Hey guys, disregard the noise in the background. I got the washing machine going, washing some clothes right now currently. But I came across this drama, if it's even still ongoing. I think it's about a month old at this point. But I saw it, and it kind of just proved a theory that I've had in my mind for quite some time now, and just like an ongoing opinion that I've had based on just observation and critical thinking skills. And I'm sure there are some nerds who are going to be like, "Oh, where's your evidence? Where's your evidence?" But it's like, as if you can't observe things and develop an opinion of your own based on what you see and what you hear and all that other stuff. So, Mudahar, aka Some Ordinary Gamer, uh, was basically caught. I watched a video of it, like going down the sequence of events or something. I don't really remember how it came to be, but long story short, he was found to be a liar. Basically, he lied about being an engineer. He lied about, I guess, going to school and completing school or getting a degree or something. And basically, he's full of shit, and he's lied about a bunch of stuff. And to me, it's not just about Mudahar. It kind of serves a broader point, which is that a lot of these drama tubers are just flaming fucking hypocrites. And for a little while now, I've really kind of grown a dislike for some of these drama tubers. I mean, they all sit on this fucking throne, and they're all so so fucking self-righteous. And they're always talking about how everyone needs to be held accountable. Accountability, that's a favorite word to toss around, right? And like, I'm not saying that if someone does something bad, they shouldn't be held accountable. I mean, they should, but it's just like you know damn well that these drama tubers who sit on their fucking thrones and soapboxes, who are judging everyone else all fucking day in every fucking video, you know damn well at this point, given what we've seen over the years, that they have skeletons in their closets too. Okay, and these drama tubers are the same people, one of the groups of people, in my opinion, that perpetuates what we call cancel culture. You know, they're massive contributors to the black and white mentality that people develop over time when they spend enough time in this fucking space. You know, because it's well known. If you're on the internet, if you're a prominent figure on the internet, you're not allowed to have flaws. You have to be perfect. If you make a mistake, if you make a bad choice, if you do anything, if you stray at all, no one will fucking forget about it. And people like these drama tubers will make sure that you know about it until the end of time, and they won't let you move on. You can legitimately change as a person and genuinely reflect and realize that you made a bad decision and that you fucked up and that your actions are reprehensible, and you can genuinely apologize and try to make up for it and take accountability like they love to shout all the time, and it won't fucking matter. You know, they'll still go on and on and on, and they won't let you forget about it. And I think, you know, a good example of that, this is going way back, like a decade ago at this point, but it's like when Stevie, some guy at 27, when that video got leaked of him yelling at his fiance, and it was a bad video, like it was pretty fucking bad, like it was ugly. You know, Stevie was being kind of an abusive dick in that clip, but Stevie came forward and he owned up to it, and he said that I'm not proud of it, it wasn't right, and all this stuff, and he made a genuine, honest apology about it, and he was upfront about it. Now, it was good enough for most of his fan base, it was fine, but for people who already didn't like him, or for people who were kind of just like, you know, passing through or bystanders, it wasn't good enough. And you know, Stevie people continued to beat him over the head with it, like time and time again. And eventually Stevie got frustrated about it, and understandably so, because again, you can genuinely apologize and take accountability for what you did and change as a person, but it doesn't fucking matter. And that's why I can't stand these drama tubers, because again, they're also self-righteous. They're judgmental. It's like a high school. It's like it literally is being in high school. It's like being a part of a high school clique, you know. And I think that we're all guilty of watching like drama content from time to time. It's definitely like the popcorn content of YouTube. It's the trashy part of YouTube. I mean, you know, I'll watch a little bit of it from time to time, then I'll just start to feel dirty and stuff, and it's just like, why am I watching this shit? I can watch way better stuff. I don't give a fuck what, you know, these shitty whatever, these assholes who are claiming that this person is shitty, while this person's also probably shitty themselves. They just haven't been found out yet, or they haven't slipped up yet. And I turn out to be right most of the time. I mean, look at how many drama tubers made videos, calling others out, and then eventually it turned out that, oh shit, they're actually not so great themselves. Like Creepshow Art, I remember, Madame, I think that was her name, like Repsilla, Edwin's Generation, and now Mudahar, and other ones that I'm probably not remembering at the moment. But with Mudahar, specifically, it's funny because when the Boogie stuff was happening last year, and then the year before, it was like a few years, I think, whatever. But it's like Boogie lied about having cancer. And lied about a bunch of other stuff, too, I think, because it turned out he was a pathological liar as well. But, Mudahar, I believe, was at, like, the forefront of calling him out and saying that he needed to take responsibility for his words and his actions and, be accountable and stuff. Like, Boogie was, like, one of the biggest, like, voices against Boogie, like, criticizing him and stuff. But now it turns out that Boogie himself is a fucking liar, too. So... It's just it's endless amounts of hypocrisy, just endless amounts, and it constantly, it's like a circle, it's just perpetual loop with these drama tubers. I can't at this point I really can't fucking stand them, at least most of them. I mean, I'm sure there's one or two out there that are actually like might be good people who I don't know. It's obnoxious after a while. And again, I think that they really do perpetuate this black and white mentality. Like, people aren't allowed to be flawed. People aren't allowed to make mistakes. People aren't allowed to, fuck up every once in a while. And if you fuck up once, and especially if you're a prominent figure, like if you've got a big ass following, like if I do something stupid on this site, no one's gonna fucking care. I mean, aside from people that I'm friends with on here and the, like 600 subscribers that I have, which, 100 of them are probably just, accounts from a person that will go unnamed. But, if you're like a prominent person or you've got a decent following on here and you slip up once, it's like you're fucking done. Even if what was said or done isn't actually that bad when you put it into perspective. But again, these drama tubers, man, they'll blow it up and they and they'll gleefully sit back and talk about how, this person they need to take accountability, they need to be held accountable, and they did this and that, whatever. But then, like clockwork, always it comes back around, and it turns out that same drama tuber, will say something or do something, then they will be in hot water, and then they'll be under the firing, under the firing squad. And it's just they're all bullshitters in my opinion. That's every single one of them. And I think a lot of them really I'm not going to say all of them, not all of them, because I'm not trying to speak to every single person's life experience here, because I don't know these people after all, so I can't accuse all of them of being this way. But I think a lot of these people are probably either very, very young, or they've never had to hit any sort of shit in their life. They've never had to really go through much, and so they can sit online with hundreds of thousands of subscribers or millions of subscribers and look down on people and pretend to be perfect up until the point that they themselves slip up, and then they, eventually learn, hopefully. But, yeah, because they say the internet never forgets, and for good reason. And sometimes justifiably so, sometimes unjustifiably so, but, And like I said in the beginning, I'm not saying that some people shouldn't be held accountable, because I think the classic example of that is like Onision. Like, obviously Onision should be held accountable for all the shit that he did for like a decade on this site. Like, he got away with a lot of heinous, like, horrific shit, abuse and stuff. So, like, Onision is a good example. That one woman, I forget her name, that, like, did the apology with the banjo or whatever, Colleen something, who it turns out she was, like, grooming a minor. Like, yeah, that's something that should be called out and they should be held accountable for. But, I mean, it's like, someone made a fucking joke, you know, like 10 years ago or 8 years ago, or they make a joke today, and because, you know, the internet now as a whole is so fucking, you know, perpetually PC and stuff and whatever, that, you know, you damn near can't really joke about it, anything really. I mean, you got to make it like, you know, I don't even know. Like, you can make a joke about an orange, and people accuse you of being racist against oranges or whatever. But I mean, that's getting off into a completely different topic. But, you know, point is that I feel that a lot of these drama tubers are hypocrites, and they look down upon others when someone makes a bad choice or does something fucked up. But then, it always, in the end, it always comes about that they've done something fucked up themselves. And to me, Mudahar is like a great example of this. The most recent example of it, anyways. You know, it's not just Mudahar, it serves a greater, broader point about DramaTube. So, yeah. I mean, I guess that's really all I have to say about this. But, you know, what do you guys think about DramaTubers? Like, you know, and again, I'm not trying to, like, shit on anyone who enjoys watching that kind of content. It's fine. You know, it can be entertaining. It can be. Like, it can be entertaining. But again, for me, after a while, it's just like I said, I feel kind of nasty, like, dirty watching this. It's like watching or reading TMZ or something, or like those outlets that report on everything a celebrity does or says. It's just like really fucking trashy. It's just like I don't want to lower myself to this level, you know, after a while. But you know, if you enjoy that content, I'm not trying to piss on anyone's parade. I mean, that's totally fine. But you know, what do you guys think about this? But that's it for this one, and I'll hopefully be back soon. So peace out.